Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast. My name is Henry Lawrence, and in this episode, we're going to talk about the number one thing that you must do if you want to change anything in your life. Make sure to stay tuned to the very end because we're going to take a deep, healing, meditative breath to help us align on this message and move forward throughout the day. So there's something that has to happen, whether you want to change your income, change your physique, change your location, make any change in your life, because there's all these rules that we listen to. We know about manifestation, law of attraction, and what it is that you eventually will have to become something different. As you are is attracting your current life. You are the creator of your experience, and the experience you're having is created by the current you. And that's what's difficult. It's hard to actually understand that I am going to have to change. We can want things to change. We want work to get easier. We want this person to move. We want this opportunity to show up. We want this and that and all these external things. But the truth is, nothing will truly be different for you until you are different. We know that person that every job they go to, it's the same experience. Their boss is a jerk. People don't treat them well. Or every relationship they're in, the person was toxic. Things were bad. You see, those can be truths. They could have toxic boss and they could have bad relationships. But why do they keep ending up in the same thing? It's because they are not changing. A simple thing that would stop them from ending up in those same situations is changing what they tolerate. A tolerance change is difficult because that requires boundaries. That requires setting a standard for experience. That involves changing. So if you want to manifest, if you want to create, if you want to shift into a positive mind, know that you will have to become something different. It's not complicated to become something different, but it's something that you are going to need to do if you want a different experience. When you create the vision, the perfect day, the way you want your life to go, and then work backwards, you can achieve it. That's what manifestation is. That's what gratitude is. That's what they all are. It's keeping your eye onto something and then becoming a vibrational match for it, revolving in a pattern that equals it. You can write this all down on paper and make it a reality. I'm going to use money, for example, because it's so easy to understand it when you break it down this way. If you want to achieve something amazing, if you want to have $1 million, if you want to be able to retire, if you want to be able to take a trip, if you want to be able to do whatever the thing is, write it down. And say, I have $1 million, or I have money for this trip, whatever it is, write it down. Then think about, okay, what person would have that? What would their life look like? How would they operate? How would they think about that money? And then slowly break down the daily habits that that person would have and start adding them to your day. When your day starts to look more and more like theirs, not externally, but internally, meaning how you perceive everything, that will become your reality. You see, everything is existing at once, and this is what's hard to understand, is that the path to the thing that you desire is there. It's why you might hire a coach or a consultant, or why somebody at your work that has done something longer than you, when they support you, all of a sudden they see a way to do something that you didn't. It's not that when they got there, it suddenly was possible. It was always possible. You are just in the perception of current you. And so when you become this next person, your perception changes to that person's perception. When your perception changes to that person's perception, you can then receive as that version. So that you that can receive $1 million, that version of you that can receive a healthy body, that version of you that can go on this travel, that version of you that can do the thing perceives differently than you now. But you have to do work to build that perception. You have to exercise in movement, in thought, in belief to have that type of perception. Manifestation, the law of attraction, positive mindset, whatever you want to talk about, it's all within you and it's all available now. And none of it is magic. None of it is something that's happening beyond you. None of it is something that's happening behind closed doors. The law of attraction says like attracts like. So you, as someone that sees the possibilities that you currently see, if you don't change, then you will always see the possibilities that you see, no matter how good the situation is. Meaning, you, if you were put into a better situation, you wouldn't be able to see it unless you changed. That's not to say that external circumstances don't affect the way you see things. If all of a sudden people started treating you nicer, for sure your expectation that people would treat you nice would increase. And then you would start to see it more in the world. That's an external version where that would help you and make you think differently about yourself, but it doesn't have to be that way. Just as if people externally started treating you negatively, then you would start seeing things in a negative way and you would start seeing more negative in the world. So you can't be victim to the external thing. You cannot give the power to those things. You have the ability to perceive anything. You just have to shift into that. So whether you want to manifest, you want to create, you want to experience, you want to attract, you want to magnify, whatever it is, you have the power. It's all about becoming. That's why you're a being. I think that's what it means. Is you're a state of being. Your state of being dictates your experience. If you don't love the experience, you don't have to change anything external. You just have to change yourself. When you change yourself, you see a different path. It's really that simple. It all clicked when the understanding of manifestation clicked. I used to really think that manifestation was a gift of thought, of just, visualizing something and knowing that it'll be true and then it happening. But then I started to think like, well, if other people are achieving the things that I want to achieve, but they're not sitting here trying to manifest, they're not sitting here looking at the law of attraction. People have been successful without that understanding, but they still became the thing. And so I just have to become the thing. Think about this podcast, for example. And there was a time where I really used it as an example of manifestation and growth. If I want it to reach more people, how much time in the day am I spending on that activity? What's the reach that I want to get? Do I want to reach 100,000 people a day? 1,000,000 people? What is it that I want to achieve? And so when I create this version of myself, let's say it's the end of December 2025, a whole year has gone by. And by that time, I want to reach 1,000,000 people a week. Okay. Well, the person that reaches 1,000,000 people a week, what does their day look like? They're probably spending a lot of time analyzing statistics, breaking down how the podcast goes, doing the top research on what's the cutting edge of technology, what's the best way to reach more people, what's the best way to have your audience engaged, what's the best way to get people to refer. Like they're probably spending a lot of time on that. And every day they're putting it to the test, meaning, okay, well, I'm going to do something different, see how it works, and I'm going to implement it in my thing. If I'm not doing those things, then I'm out of alignment with the version of myself that would receive the 1,000,000 views a week. And so then I won't have it. You can apply that to anything in your life. If you want to manifest, you're going to have to do the work. The work is the gift. The work is changing your energy. It's the movement. It's not the thing that you do, it's how you do it. So if you want to create something new, and we're getting towards the end of the year, and a lot of people are thinking the new year, new me, 2025 is going to be my year. I'm going to do so much different this year. I'm going to receive, I'm going to experience, I'm going to do this stuff. Well, it's no longer I'm gonna, and we're going to switch to I am. So as we take a deep breath in, bring yourself to the end of next year. Bring yourself to that moment. Like, what is it you want to become? Who is it that you want to be? What is the one thing that truly stands out? Maybe you have a show and it's reaching 1,000,000 people a week. Maybe it's a financial thing where your income is a certain amount. Maybe it's people that you're around. Maybe it's a physique. Whatever it is, there's no right or wrong. It's whatever feels good to you. And so when you breathe in, just breathe in that moment. And then as you hold your breath, visualize what would that version of you be doing right now, a year from now? What would they be looking at? What would they be observing? What would they be speaking? Who would they be around? Create the image yourself. And then as you exhale, allow anything that no longer resonates with you to leave you so you can move forward in your new energy. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. everything is happening for you. Every challenge, every obstacle, every difficulty, it's happening for you so that you can be as you desire to be and believe that that's who you are. When you believe it within your heart with all your might that that's who you are, that will be your experience. You see, if you are somebody that believes that no matter where they are, they will find abundance, then wherever you are, you will find the abundance that's available. If you are someone that believes that no matter where they are, they will find joy, everywhere you go, you will find the joy. You are that powerful, so use it to rise up and become the rising tide that lifts all ships.
The new McCrispy Strip is here. Dip approved by ketchup, tangy barbecue, honey mustard, Sprite, McFlurry, Big Mac sauce, double dipped in buffalo and ranch, more ranch, and creamy chili McCrispy Strip Dip. Now at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a different perspective on whatever it is that you're going through. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And something that I am going to be getting into more of, if you want to be in that conversation, learn more about it, or be on the journey, is understanding and implementing manifestation. I'm going to be doing a lot of this on TikTok, so you can follow me on the link down below on my TikTok. But also, if you subscribe to my email list, I will be having something come out to the subscribers to the email list on manifestation. I'm just going to put together a little worksheet where you can write the thing, break down the steps, and really put it into your life. That's going to be coming out very soon. So if you want that, you must be a subscriber to my email list. Again, the link's down below. And you could also just email me at henry@vibeabundant. If you can't find any of these links, I'd be happy to send that to you. It's henry@vibeabundant.com. There's also my Instagram at realhenryg. So that's a great place to message me. I appreciate all the people that have followed me, sent comments. They mean so much. And if you are someone that wants to level up, if you want to take your mindset, your life to the next level, I do still have some coaching spots available. The plan right now is to fill up on my schedule for the beginning of the year, and then I won't be booked probably at least till half the year. That's what I did last year, and it took about 6 months before I started opening up slots again. So if you are someone that wants to get something right, shift your mind, get in alignment for the new year, reach out to me again via email at henry@vibeabundant.com, or you can message me on Instagram down below. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.